Hi, my name is Mandy Buchanan, and I'm the owner of Go Deeper Bible Studies, and I am passionate about teaching people more about the Word of God and helping people learn biblical truths that they may not necessarily learn in church. This is the 5th video in our series on Biblical Typology in the Old Testament Tabernacle, and today we are going to be looking at the table of Shewbread and how it relates to Jesus Christ and to our lives today. The table of Shewbread is found in Exodus 25, verses 23 to 30. Make a table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long, a cubit wide, and a cubit and a half high. Overlay it with pure gold, and make a gold molding around it. Also make around it a rim a handbreadth wide, and put a gold molding on the rim. Make 4 gold rings for the table, and fasten them to the 4 corners, where the 4 legs are. The rings are to be close to the rim to hold the poles used in carrying the table. Make the poles of acacia wood, overlay them with gold, and carry the table with them. And make its plates and dishes of pure gold, as well as its pitchers and bowls for the pouring out of offerings. Put the bread of the presence on this table to be before me at all times. Now, we see in the table of Shewbread that the table was made of acacia wood overlaid with gold. And whenever we see this combination in the Bible, particularly the Old Testament, we see it as a representative of Christ. It represents his human nature in the acacia wood, as well as his divinity in the gold. And so here too, the table of Shewbread represents Jesus Christ. But also in our lives, it's God calling us to have fellowship with him. Just like we'd eat a meal with friends and family around a dinner table, and just like Jesus celebrated the Last Supper with his disciples around a table, so God calls us to have fellowship with him at the table of Shewbread. Now, the bread that was placed on this table, there were 12 loaves, and they can be found in Leviticus 24, verses 5 to 9. Take the finest flour and bake 12 loaves of bread, using 2/10 of an ephah for each loaf. Arrange them in 2 stacks, 6 in each stack, on the table of pure gold before the Lord. By each stack put some pure incense as a memorial portion to represent the bread, and to be a food offering presented to the Lord. This bread is to be set out before the Lord regularly, Sabbath after Sabbath, on behalf of the Israelites as a lasting covenant. It belongs to Aaron and his sons, who are to eat it in the sanctuary area, because it is a most holy part of their perpetual share of the food offerings presented to the Lord. And this bread also represents Christ. In John 6, Jesus says that he is the bread of life. We will read from John 6, verses 48 to 51. I am the bread of life. Your ancestors ate the manna in the wilderness, yet they died. But here is the bread that comes down from heaven, which anyone may eat and not die. I am the living bread that comes down from heaven. Whoever eats this bread will live forever. This bread is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. And so we see that the bread that was on the table of Shewbread in the Old Testament is a symbol, again, of Jesus Christ and him being the bread of life to us. So I hope you've enjoyed this video in the series. If you've missed any of the others, I'll leave links to them below. And if you would like to study it in more depth, then we encourage you to join our Udemy course, which I'll also leave a link for in the description below. Thank you for being with us today, and we look forward to meeting with you again next week. Goodbye.